K-pop groups I unstanned plus reasons. First on the list is NCT. Where do I even start? I just couldn't get into them. It was way too much going on. There's like 20 plus members as a whole. The members say or do something problematic like every week, and not even necessarily about other people, either about their own members, and that's just way too annoying for me. On top of that, the music could have been way better in my opinion. The title tracks were good and I think they dance pretty well, but those B-sides weren't my type of music, sorry. Next on the list is onewe. After standing oneus, I wanted to stan onewe right after, but right away I could see a very distinctive difference. I noticed that they put little to no effort in their music videos and they are usually set in one place. Compare them to oneus and it's like they are in a whole different company. Like, I know onewe is a band and obviously there are going to be differences, but it's like they don't even care about onewe. I liked onewe and their voices and talents, but their title tracks are way too similar for me and I think their company needs to put more effort into their group. Astro is next because I simply didn't vibe with their B-sides. Don't even get me started on how unwe's popularity just completely outshines the whole group. Like, I feel so bad for the other members. Not saying it's his fault or anything, but the company really needs to learn how to properly manage a K-pop group and not push the most favorite members 24/7. My sister used to stan Wakey Makey and she told me they do the exact same for this group too. Their company really does suck. The next group is AB6. I might get hate for this, and I want to say this in the nicest way possible, but I don't think they were ready to debut yet, based on their first album, sorry. Maybe I didn't listen to enough music, but I listened to a pre-debut project and their first album and nothing really stood out to me, unfortunately. Next on the list is Everglow. This one was very unfortunate because they were one of my favorite girl groups at the time. But I simply can't stand them anymore. The situation with Chinese member Yiren was managed so terribly. They really had her on a hiatus for like a year with little to no updates. This to me is just unacceptable. wjsn is in a very similar situation with Everglow, but even worse. 3 Chinese members of the group, the China line, stopped promoting with the group ever since 2018. Like, they really had me thinking they were gonna come back. And before y'all get in my comments saying but they are doing well in China, and they are more famous and well known in China, I already know that. Just why put them in the group in the first place? This one just hurt even worse because they were my #1 girl group at the time and I really liked their music and choreographies, and I really loved their group dynamic as a 13-member group. Next is apink. I put them in my K-pop pet peeves video, about how not having any concept changes get boring really quickly, not knowing I would unstand them like a week later. Yeah, like I said in my video, the music wasn't bad. It just all started to sound the same at one point because they were essentially doing the same concept over and over. And I listened to a good chunk of music too. I'm definitely gonna get hate for this, but at this point I don't care. Yes, Stray Kids is on this list because I find their leader a bit annoying. Ever since I heard him say when the real ninjas die, the fake ninjas gone multiply, I knew I couldn't stand Stray Kids anymore. Then the fact that their fandom was praising him for not saying the N-word. Like, how about not use ninja at all? As a black K-pop stan, I don't think I'll ever get over this. That's not all this group has done either. YouTuber Peachy X has compiled a whole list. Say what you want about the line, but it just doesn't sit right with me. Loona is next. This one is self-explanatory if you know the basic info about Loona and their company right now. They might disband, which I think will happen, so I don't think it would be smart to stan them right now. Victon is unfortunately next. I really liked this group and the members' personalities, and the first part of their discography too. But as soon as their company wanted to fake disband them, I felt like they just kinda let go with their music style. It's so hard to explain, but yeah, sorry, I can't explain this better. Second to last on the list is Twice. They have some pretty good title tracks and I listened all the way until TET era, and the B-sides weren't my cup of tea. And lastly is ateez. This group was the hardest to unstand for me. I really loved this group. I liked their choreographies, but when it came to their music I wasn't that big of a fan, sadly. But yeah, that concludes my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.